Hi y'all, this is Philippe the Learn to Grow guy. You guys have heard of Habitat for the Humanities, and today we're going to be talking about habitat for animals or wildlife because of an accident I had that happen yesterday. Guys, lawnmower or machinery and flesh does not go together. Let's talk. This pile of pine needles came from this pathway where I was building a campsite. However, all of the pine needles that I took that I just showed you, I had them placed here, my blueberry field. This is where those things came from. Okay, see, look, baby blueberries, pretty cool. Anyway, here's what happened. While the blueberries, all these different plants where I had placed the needles under, they started becoming an environment where baby snakes were living. And I discovered this as I would start to trim around the various plants. And what I would find are injured baby snakes. Okay. And looking at one that had a messed up tail, and I had the weed whacker at hand, I realized that I was doing harm. So I did not want to injure any more of those snakes. So what I did was that I got my pitchfork, and with the pitchfork I removed all of the pine needles. Okay. Now, those snakes that I was injuring, basically what happened is that those would grow up and they would eat rattlesnakes or even copperheads, also known as cottonmouth. And basically those would keep venomous snakes out of my property. All right. So, but that's not all. Okay. Here's what I want you to understand. This pile of sticks that I removed from where I was going to put the campground, it is now a habitat for various types of animals. Look, if you have grass that needs mowing, that you're supposed to keep mowed for quite a while, you're supposed to keep it low. Keep it mowed, because if you let that stuff get tall, basically what you may have living in that grass could be baby rabbits, or could even be wild turkeys that have laid their eggs in your tall grass, thinking that it's a safe environment. All right, let me show you something. This is the area where I'm putting up my greenhouse at, okay? And weeds were getting real tall, so I decided to come in here with a mower yesterday to clean things up a bit, all right? And I also wanted to free up two plants, this being a hazelnut bush that I planted a few years ago, and the other one being it's right here. It's a red mulberry that I planted this spring. As you can see all around, I have gone around and I did use my lawnmower over here, okay? And as you can also see, I also created an environment or a habitat for wildlife, okay? Now, keep in mind that once you create a habitat, something's going to want to move into it, okay? That's just how it is. That's just the code of the West, or however you want to look at it, okay? Something's going to want to move into it. And if something's going to want to move it, if something does move into it, when you go back to try to take care of that particular work that you may have neglected, like cutting the grass, like I did back there, or leaving wood piles where they didn't belong, you're going to have things living there that could potentially be harmed. Okay, I'm going to show you something else. Pile of decaying leaves from the fall. Believe it or not, something could be living in there. This is an old wood pile that's a couple of years old. Guess what? Something could be living in there. For it to be that old, that means that it's stable enough for critters to believe that they could live in it. This wood pile here, as you can see, we've got what appears to be wild roses growing in here. Okay, nature has a tendency of filling in whatever gaps that we leave alone. Okay, this here is it's an autumn olive. All right, and I think right here you've got some baby either wild raspberries or wild blackberries growing here. Okay. And again, nature filled all this in. This is what I was supposed to have cut down. Okay. It was cut to make roads for us here on the property. And this is what I was supposed to have cut down, used for our outdoor campsites or outdoor fires and such. And it's been since 2021 that's been sitting here. And so at this point, I can guarantee you, I know for a fact that rabbits come out of here. I can almost bet you that raccoons may live in here. I can bet you that armadillos may live in here. And a host of different things may actually live in there, because accidentally or by being lazy or not getting to it on time, I've created an environment or a habitat for life forms. I'm on my way to open the gate, okay? So here's why I'm telling you this, okay? I'm telling you this because yesterday I accidentally took out a turtle. And it was not pleasant, because it was right there that I showed you by where the mulberry is going. It is by there that I hit the turtle with my lawnmower yesterday. It's not what I wanted. How did I know that it was a turtle that I hit? Because I know that area there, I've cleared every rock that I could find out of that area. In addition, I've also put wood chips there. Wood chips are like old, and as I walk out there on that area, it's always soft. So for me to hear something hard hit the blades, I knew instantly what happened, okay? I knew instantly what happened. And as I moved the mower out of the way, and that's where I saw the remains of the turtle. I'm not going to show you the remains of it. I just want you to be aware that when you have work that needs to be done and that you do not take care of it, all right? When you do not take care of it, animals will fill in the void. Life forms will fill in the void, okay? It's not pleasant knowing that you kill something that you didn't want to kill. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've killed a rabbit before out here because they were they were eating my garden, okay? I had a purpose for killing that rabbit, okay? But as far as that turtle, it's not really what I wanted, okay? Guys, what I'm trying to tell you is this. If you have piles like this, okay, or you have piles like this here that you cut up for firewood. I think you guys may even remember the video where I was showing you guys how to chop firewood and stuff like that, okay? You have all this stuff sitting around, all of this stuff here. Because I know even over here, this pile of large wood, it was sitting over there a couple of weeks ago when I made the transition here. I found a baby snake. I released it into the wild over there. Guys, I don't know what else to say. If you have work that needs to be done, don't delay it, okay? Don't delay it, okay? And if possible, walk the area, to move things around to make sure that there's no life forms there before you apply machinery to say, tall grass or what have you, okay? But the best thing to do, in my opinion, is stay on top of whatever it is that you're doing so that things do not get out of control. But be aware that you are accidentally or intentionally creating life forms when you leave your work undone out there on your property, all right? I've seen turtles out here before, and I only hope that it's not the ones that I've seen, but it is what it is sometimes, okay? Y'all take care.